Welcome, and thanks for joining us here today. My name is Jonathan Beard with Streets, and we would like to have a brief discussion regarding the features and benefits of the Ktex dry cleaning solvent. So before we get started on the features and benefits of Ktex, we'd like to tell you about the summer promotion we will be running from June 28th to September 30th. We will be offering a 25% reduction on 55-gallon drums of Ktex, which will now be priced at $11.99.99 for the promotional period. The promotional pricing applies to new and existing customers, so whether you may be purchasing a new machine or you're looking to convert from an existing solvent, the promotion applies to you. This also applies to those individuals who already might have Ktex running on one machine and are looking to expand to other machines in their facility. To provide some background, Ktex was developed in Europe by Bardal and the FMB group, which, if you're not familiar, are the manufacturers of Ferbermatic, Realstar, and Union dry cleaning machines. Streets is partnered with Bardal to be the exclusive distributor of Ktex within North America. The solvent was commercially introduced in the United States and Canada in April of 2016, and we currently have just over 70 installs across North America. Ktex is a Class 3 non-halogenated solvent, which is approved for drop-in replacement in Ferbermatic, Realstar, and Union machines. And we get a lot of questions about what it means to be a drop-in solvent. So people ask, can you simply add 5 gallons of Ktex every time you need to top off your hydrocarbon machine? The answer is yes, but we don't recommend it. You won't see the benefits or the full benefits of what Ktex has to offer if you're just simply adding 5 gallons at a time. So we suggest that you replace all the solvent if you're converting an existing machine. But when we say drop in, it means there's no equipment modifications necessary. It's purely some programming changes to account for the differences in a hydrocarbon solvent and Ktex. Now that we've provided some basic background information on the Ktex solvent, we'd like to talk a little bit about the key benefits of Ktex. First being its cleaning ability. Ktex has a KB value of 75, which makes it excellent at removing grease and oil stains. Ktex also contains a glycol, which increases its ability to handle water, in turn increasing its ability to remove water-soluble stains. With the enhanced cleaning abilities of Ktex, we are able to realize a certain amount of efficiencies within the plant also. One being significantly shorter wash times, and we've seen up to 40% reduction in wash times compared to other alternative solvents. With Ktex, you generally experience wash times of 8 to 12 minutes, depending on the type of machinery you're using. Ktex also reduces or eliminates most pre-brushing and pre-spotting. And this can be a big one for certain geographies which are encountering these higher labor costs. It becomes more and more important to get as much of the cleaning done in the wheel and eliminate redos so that you're not expending massive amounts of labor hours to get a single garment clean. Ktex is also gentle on most woven and non-woven items and trims and can eliminate garment shrinkage and differential shrinkage. Ktex is also a solvent that we believe your customers will like, which is in turn good for your business. There's no unpleasant odor in a finished Ktex garment, unlike some of the other competitive solvents. Ktex also minimizes wear on the fibers, extending garment life due to the shorter wash cycles. And it provides a pleasant texture and soft feel to the finished garment. We realize there's many different solvent choices out there. So what we wanted to do is give you a little product comparison to some of the common solvents available on the market. First being PERC. Now, the reason you might choose Ktex over PERC predominantly is because of regulatory reasons. So you might be having to get rid of a PERC machine because your state might be regulating it out or has made it so cost prohibitive to purchase PERC with high solvent taxes that you need to look for some alternatives. So Ktex offers a very similar KB value in degreasing ability as PERC. So you see about 90 KB versus 75 with Ktex. So there's a little bit of a reduction in grease and oil stain removal, but it's not quite as significant as something like green earth or high flash hydrocarbon. What you actually also see is improved water-soluble stain removal from PERC because of the glycol portion of Ktex solvent. High flash hydrocarbon has become sort of the default alternative to PERC in the last 10 years, but a lot of cleaners find it difficult to adjust to the cleaning capabilities of hydrocarbon when coming from PERC. So with Ktex, we offer a higher KB value, which enhances degreasing ability. With, again, the glycol portion in Ktex, we see increased water-soluble stain removal, and then we see up to a 40% reduction in wash cycle time from high flash hydrocarbon to Ktex because of these enhanced cleaning abilities. K4 by Kreuzler is another solvent we see out there on the market. And one of the complaints that we hear from customers and the actual end customers of the product is the pungent odor that remains in the garments. So for employees who are working with the solvent, it can be quite uncomfortable. And then also for the end customers receiving their garments, they don't like the smell, and you can put that business at risk by creating unhappy customers. With Ktex, we also see significant reduction in dry cycle times due to the nature of the solvent. Ktex is a little bit lower cost than K4, and with Ktex, you're not tied to any sort of process chemicals. With K4, you have to use the Kreuzler process chemicals. With Ktex, you can make a choice between who you want to use in terms of detergents and fabric finishes. Green Earth has gained a lot of traction over the last 10 years. It's a very attractive marketing proposition, but alongside that comes high licensing fees. With Ktex, you don't see those. You get significant reduction in dry cycle times, which can reduce the damage that you see on the garments. And if there's one complaint we hear a lot about Green Earth, it's ineffective as a cleaner. So with Ktex, you get the high KB value and the ability to handle water-soluble stains. And lastly, we have the GenX and Intense type solvents. Ktex has a similar solvent cost, but the big benefit over GenX and Intense is that there's no issue with glycol distilling out of the product. With GenX and Intense, you periodically need a booster to reset those glycol levels. Ktex has been engineered. We chose a specific glycol that does not come out in the distillation process, so there's no booster necessary. We've included a couple photos to demonstrate some of the benefits of the Ktex solvents. The first being excellent degreasing ability. The top two photos you see here are a before and after picture of oil field garments cleaned by one of our current customers. And without pre-treating, Ktex is able to remove a significant portion of the grease and oil. The remaining pictures you see here showcase the gentleness of Ktex and its ability to handle beads and trims without damaging them, and also the ability to limit dye bleeding. Recognizing you can't get an understanding of the full capabilities and benefits of Ktex from a few photos, we've also included some references from a couple of current users of Ktex. First, we've got David Sharp at Farragut Cleaners in Knoxville, and also Tyler Matz at First Team by Crescent Restoration in Memphis, Tennessee. So if you have any questions about their experience with Ktex, what kind of garments they're cleaning, please feel free to give them a call and they'll be more than happy to speak with you. We also have a website dedicated to Ktex at www.ktexcleaning.com. So if you have any questions, there's a space on the website where you can contact Streets. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to contact your local Streets rep. That concludes our presentation for today. So I would like to thank all of you for joining us. And if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.